Wicked Witch of the West watched from the doorway of her dark castle, her single powerful eye scanning the land like a telescope. Far away, she saw Dorothy and her companions resting in the grass. Anger flared at once. She lifted the silver whistle at her neck and blew a sharp note. From every direction came racing a pack of great gray wolves, long-legged, sharp-toothed, with fierce yellow eyes. "Go!" commanded the witch, "and tear them to pieces!" The wolves rushed forward, but the Tin Woodman stood ready. "This is my fight," he said quietly. As the first wolf sprang, his axe flashed. One by one, the wolves fell, until all 40 lay in a silent heap before him. When morning came, Dorothy awoke to the sight of the shaggy pile and shuddered, but thanked her friend for saving them. The witch, seeing her wolves destroyed, stamped her foot in fury. This time she blew her whistle twice. The sky darkened with wings as a great flock of wild crows swept down. Dorothy trembled, but the Scarecrow said calmly, "This is my battle." He stood alone, arms outstretched. The King Crow dared to attack, and the Scarecrow twisted its neck. Then another, and another. 40 times he struck, until the crows lay scattered at his feet. Still the witch would not give up. 3 blasts of the whistle summoned a swarm of black bees. Quickly, the Scarecrow had the Tin Woodman scatter his straw over Dorothy, Toto, and the lion. The bees stung the Tin Woodman, but their stingers broke harmlessly against the tin. One by one, they fell lifeless to the ground like tiny bits of coal. Now the witch's wolves were dead. Her crows were gone. Her bees lay in black heaps. But she had not yet used her greatest power. Inside her cupboard rested the golden cap, circled with diamonds and rubies. Twice already the witch had used its terrible charm, only once remained. Reluctantly, she placed it upon her head and spoke the strange magic words. The sky darkened. A rushing of wings filled the air. Down swept the winged monkeys, laughing, chattering, filling the sky. Their leader bowed. "You have called us for the 3rd and last time. What do you command?" "Destroy them all," she said, "except the lion. Bring him to me." The monkeys flew. They seized the Tin Woodman and carried him high over a rocky plain, then dropped him among sharp stones, denting and twisting his metal body. They snatched the Scarecrow, pulling out his straw and tossing his clothes into the branches of a tall tree. They bound the lion with heavy ropes and carried him to the witch's castle, locking him in an iron-fenced yard. But when the leader approached Dorothy, he suddenly stopped. Upon her forehead was the shining mark of Good Witch of the North. "We dare not harm her," he declared. "She is protected by the power of good." So they gently carried Dorothy, with Toto in her arms, to the castle and set her upon the doorstep. Their power ended, the monkeys vanished forever. The witch trembled when she saw Dorothy's silver shoes. She knew their power, though Dorothy did not. Smiling cunningly, she decided she would make the girl her slave. Dorothy was set to work in the kitchen, scrubbing pots, sweeping floors, feeding the fire, while the lion was starved and threatened. Yet each night, Dorothy secretly brought him food, and together they whispered plans of escape. Days passed. The witch longed for the silver shoes. She dared not touch water, nor approach Dorothy at night, but she was clever, and soon she laid a trap. The witch made an iron bar invisible in the kitchen doorway. Dorothy stumbled over it, and one silver shoe slipped from her foot. In a flash, the witch snatched it and put it on. "I will keep this," she laughed. Dorothy, usually gentle, felt a sudden blaze of anger. "You are wicked!" she cried. The witch mocked her, promising to steal the second shoe as well. In fury, Dorothy seized a bucket of water and flung it over the witch. The effect was instant. The wicked witch screamed. She began to shrink, to melt, to dissolve like brown sugar in rain. "Water is my end," she wailed. Within moments, she was nothing but a shapeless puddle on the kitchen floor. Shocked but brave, Dorothy threw more water to wash the remains away. The silver shoe lay unharmed, and she placed it back upon her foot. She ran to the courtyard and freed the lion. The yellow Winkies gathered, astonished to hear they were no longer slaves. Rejoicing filled the castle. Soon they set out to rescue their friends. They found the Tin Woodman battered on the rocks and carried him home, where skilled tinsmiths worked for days to mend him. When he stood whole again, he wept tears of joy, and Dorothy carefully wiped each tear to prevent rust. Next, they chopped down the tall tree and restored the Scarecrow with fresh straw. At last, reunited and happy, they rested in the yellow castle. But Dorothy thought of Kansas. "We must return to Oz," she said. Her friends agreed. The Winkies gave them gifts: golden collars, bracelets, a jeweled oil can, and a gold-headed walking stick. And as they set out once more toward the Emerald City, Dorothy placed the golden cap upon her head, not yet knowing the power it held. The journey was not yet over.